Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is going to be general collective readings. Please remember to take what resonates and toss the rest, okay? Although I do feel like this is going to be like a broadcast for everybody who's ready for it. The main message I'm getting here was being in God's waiting room, whatever that means. And meeting on the other side of the veil. Somebody's okay. So we have the Devil, Justice in reverse, and the Tower to start right off the bat. Somebody feels like something is very unfair because they're obsessed with a certain situation. Now we'll get into what the situation here is in just a little bit, because I'm not sure what that is. Like I said, those first two messages I got were pretty profound. Excuse me, lots of coffee. So all masks will fall. Like it's gonna like be a sudden realization, a sudden action that takes place here. The Devil upright, it's just Saturn energy, and the Tower as Scorpio. It, like I said, it's a sudden realization of an injustice or an unfairness. And I feel like this is happening everywhere. It's not just like in your personal space. But I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles as the challenge. Being able to be sovereign, stand on your own, and not be stuck in the Ten of Wands. Overburdened. I've gone through a couple of days of that. But I feel like you're pulling yourself out of it. So, Four of Wands, most recent past. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the injustice here is that someone didn't offer unconditional love when they should have. Possibly a relationship, but that it's being, like I said, all masks are falling and everything's being revealed to everybody, and they're facing their own mirror, and some are going to be able to handle it and some aren't. It's going to be the release of their old self to the new self. And this person, although they have stability and possibly a solid relationship, there's no love there. It's like being married for 50 years and the love left long ago, and you stay together just because it's the Four of Wands. That's not what God intends for you. And what's intended is just love for everybody, as far as I know, as far as I feel anyway. There's a waiting period here with the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. Somebody feels left out in the cold. I do have Sagittarius energy here with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like they've waited a long time for absolutely nothing. To, like I said, Four of Wands with the Ace of Cups in reverse tells me somebody's been in a relationship for a very long time, and there's no love left in it. There's nothing left. In the immediate future, I do feel like that's going to be balanced out with the temperance energy. It's just at the moment, this may take a couple of weeks to culminate, because like I said, it's like being in God's waiting room. And as the veil completely dissolves, all things will be revealed. Somebody could not be doing too well. That's the Five of Pentacles again, as the factors affecting the situation just popped out. So whoever this person is, they tried to manipulate their way into some sort of success, and they were unsuccessful. I'm seeing a hospital bed. They were unsuccessful, and because they held on to some sort of injustice, some sort of unfairness, it made them sick. And that's what happens when your chakras are out of alignment. I think they're realizing that. That's why there's a hold up here. But there will be something coming to make up for that. That's the Nine of Pentacles. So let's see. I feel like somebody who tried to manipulate your life, you left out in the cold. You just, said, yeah, whatever, you can keep that. But as I said before, and again, we have the Game Master. This is the outside influence. Somebody trying to manipulate. Somebody trying to... And in this deck, it's somebody trying to move other people's chess pieces. That sounds like a world problem. But, I read for the whole collective. So this isn't just one person. This could be like a whole bunch of people. Yeah, whatever Ten of Swords they tried to create here, whatever betrayals were done are a big fat failure. They have to turn their life around. They have to make something right in order to get out of this Five of Pentacles. Because, in my opinion, it feels like you don't want anything to do with this person because you've seen it. That's what the sudden realization could be with the Tower here, with Scorpio energy. You've seen it. That's why it failed. Because you saw it. And you didn't fall for the okie doke. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, that ass. Go home. The hope, that was the fear. They were afraid of the truth. And afraid of the truth that you would walk away. And maybe that's what happened, because you know the truth. You know that they were trying to manipulate you into some sort of situation, and you decided, you were going to stay in your truth. You have matriarch energy. You know who this person is. You know what they did. You know they tried to betray you. And they're left with consequences. They're left with the consequences of their actions. As will all. Like I said, all masks will fall. And there's going to be the release of the old selves. And the ones that hang on to that old self, that can't face that mirror and take accountability for what they did to try to manipulate others, and what they tried to do to keep others in constant suffering and lack. Yeah, they're definitely getting theirs. Alright? Because the final outcome here is the Ten of Pentacles. They wanted control over that Ten of Pentacles, but they didn't get it. Ace of Wands in the reverse. The Shuang. And this is domination. So, they didn't get control over the Ten of Pentacles. They didn't get control over your blessings, your... basically your spirit. I call the Ten of Pentacles wealth and spiritual inheritance. The Nine of Pentacles is, you know, one step away from that. And I feel like you're being asked to step into that power, because everything that this other person, they can't move on from the Five of Swords. These other people, whoever they are, I feel like there's a lot of people here. They can't get away from the fight, the Five of Swords, the sharp, nasty words, and trying to manipulate other people's lives, but it's just like they're exposed. They can't move on. They don't get a brand new beginning, and they don't get that Ten of Pentacles that's basically, I feel like, coming to you, because they went about it the wrong way. Like I said, they didn't invest in the love that it was going to take to keep this Four of Wands. What is this Tower about, Spirit? What is this Tower about? I think about, I've been true to everybody else but me. Wow. So somebody, it's like they've been true to everybody else but their own self. Yep. But that's being judged right now. Like I said, all masks will fail, and nobody will be able to escape this judgment of the truth. Especially the celebration of a Two of Cups. Because no matter what, and I can't get that song out of my head. It's Hold On to the Night by Richard Marx. I wish that I could give you more, that I could be yours. Whoever this third person is, that's the person who is manipulating this situation and trying to keep, and this has been going on for a long time in my readings, trying to keep two people from healing, two people apart, to turn that Ace of Cups right side up. It's almost like it was their mission to keep unconditional love out of a situation, keep somebody from accepting themselves as well as accepting another. And that's all being, because if you watched my live on the Hidden Realms, well, that's this channel, I went over the Neptune transit with Saturn and the veils being ripped away very quickly, and everything will be accelerated from here on out. Everything will be seen for what it truly is, not for what somebody tried to manipulate it and make it look like. And lots of people are going to lose interest. Lots of people are going to lose interest in things that they once had interest in. Because is it worth the wait? Well, maybe not. We have the Temperance energy in reverse now. So an unbalanced Nine of Pentacles is not a good thing. That leaves somebody very reckless, careless. This is the Knight of Swords again with the Two of Pentacles. Being very reckless and careless with their finances. Sagittarius energy. Like I said, this is like somebody who paid to leave you out in the cold, who paid to make something unfair, and it's being seen. It can't be hidden anymore. A Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. This person is all wonky. Got Virgo energy. Somebody making a choice, but they're making a choice almost out of desperation because they know they messed up, especially with you. So they're, until this person takes accountability for their actions and gets themselves right side up, I wouldn't recommend starting a relationship with this person, whether they're friends, family, or whatever the case may be, because they're not ready. That could be why there's a waiting period here. But I feel like they're being reckless. They're coming in to try to manipulate their way back into your life and tell you what you want to hear, even though they don't feel what they should feel. They don't love themselves. Virgo energy, Sagittarius energy. They have a lack of that, and I feel like they're sick. I feel like something's wrong with them. Like I said, God's waiting. There's something about God's waiting. They're in God's waiting room, and they know it. What is this Four of Wands in the most recent past about? They're refusing to let go of something, though. Something that has to do with you. Some sort of Five of Swords energy. It is a time for surrender. It's not a time for, fighting and scrapping, and although that's going to happen a lot because everybody's going to be forced to face their own mirror once that veil comes down. Everybody's going to have to face and take accountability for the injustices and the actions, and they're going to have to answer for all the things that they did out of selfishness and control, trying to dominate other people's lives. So I feel like this person is watching you in some way, shape, or form, because that is the Page of Swords. Or they're coming into some kind of knowledge, mercurial information, because Mercury is the only thing visible in the sky right now. And it's got them stuck, but they're trying to have the strength to move forward. Could be a Leo, Cancer, Scorpio. Damn. So yeah, this person's definitely facing some kind of tower. They're stuck in some sort of situation that has no love in it. Or somebody who doesn't love them. Maybe they've been together for a long time and that faded. And it's got them physically ill. So even though they're not balanced out, they're still going to try to come towards you. Cancer, Scorpio energy, Leo energy, to try to make something right, because they know they ain't got much time. What is the Knight of Pentacles about in the immediate future? This could be somebody who likes to cook, who's a chef of some sort. 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So they want this. They want some sort of celebration, but it, like I said, for some reason it's being held up. Until this person gets themselves right side up. This is Sagittarius energy, and we're in Sagittarius season right now. Capricorn season's next. That was the devil it first came out. So until this person gets themselves right side up, they're not going to be able to come forward. So that's it. I call the Knight of Pentacles like 1 to 3 months time. It could be. Justice is about to be served. Destiny is going to happen whether anybody likes it or not. And no matter what this people did to manipulate this, it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. There's nothing anybody can do to stop it. I guess that's why this person wants to come in and offer it to you, because they know, like I said, the veil's being ripped away. Everybody's masks are falling off. So they know that there was a group of people or a third party here who went out of their way to keep you and someone else from being together. And I don't, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be. 9 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. So your integrity, your the battles that you fought up till now, in the immediate future is what's bringing in this Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. A wish fulfillment. A wish will be granted to you, although it may have a waiting period. Because somebody else is, they're sick. They're being affected by their choices. They're being affected by their manipulations in trying to control your life in some way, shape, or form. And they're not going to be, you walked away from it. You say, you know what, you can have that. If it's that important to you, I gotta go. I got other things to take care of. I got a life to live here, and that's the 9 of Pentacles, whether you're on board or not. And that's the 9 of Wands. You know, I fought this battle all by myself against a whole group of people, and that's why I feel like it might be like an entire group of people that's got some sort of sickness or some sort of illness it's like a denial, like they just denied everything. But they're going to have to take accountability for it, and they know they got to. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. Still confused about a brand new beginning for an Emperor. You know, Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and Justice upright. So this justice is going to be made right. That's the factor affecting the situation, and can't nothing or nobody stop it. You may not be seeing this just yet, because, and you know, with that 2 of Swords, but I can assure you that whatever injustice was done here, Sagittarius and Libra energy, it's going to be made right by a leader. It's going to be made right. They don't have any choice. The Most High is in control here, not them. They tried. They tried their damnedest, but it failed. And they can't even move forward. They're like stuck in that Eight of Swords until they make something right. Until they make this right. And trust me when I say they're paying for it. Their consequences are great. And until they make something right, especially where an Eight of Pentacles is concerned, they are not going to be able to move forward. They're not going to be able to advance in their career or their life or anything. They have to make it right with the Queen of Cups, who turns out to be a wish come true for them. And they have to let go of some sort of jealousy, some sort of toxicity. They have to let go of it in order to have what they've been searching for. They just looked in, and this is like looking for love in all the wrong places type energy, you know? And it was right in front of them the whole time. So that's why I can't get that song out of my head. Hold on to the night, hold on. Wish that I could give you something more. I could be yours. There's a part in there that someone I've been searching for is right there. They were looking everywhere, but that they looked in the wrong places. And you were standing there in front of them the whole time. But they didn't see you as that. That was the injustice. Like I said, now they feel like you don't want anything to do with them. Like they're having to figure out how to finance their own life because they're losing everything. And the only thing that's going to be left is the Ace of Cups. They're going to have to learn to love themselves or lose a lot. I feel like they're going to lose it all. Everything they've worked for. If they don't face that mirror of unconditional love. Accept something for what it is and not what they want it to be. You know? Okay. Getting that, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you get what you need. And so, I don't know what in God's waiting room has to do with it, but it's like it's having a serious impact on this person. They're afraid you're going to walk away. I feel like you already have. Because you fought too hard to be where you're at. And unless this person comes at you right, you know, which you can see them, they're going to have to suffer their own fate. Yeah. So the Four of Cups here. That's why you walked away. It wasn't enough. You got bored of waiting for that offer to be made. You got tired of, you know, someone withholding some sort of love from you. King of Wands and the Devil. Capricorn energy. They were afraid you were going to walk away because they were seeing everything that was wrong with it instead of the blessing in it. And they were obsessed with the situation, to the point where it cost them everything. It cost them everything. Maybe even including their looks and their passion and everything. Not just money, but their time here. Because of the truth. Because of the truth about being foolish and not taking a leap of faith when they should have. Divine timing was there, and they decided to use it as a manipulation tool instead of the blessing that it was, which is the Four of Cups. And you got tired of waiting. You walked away. Got tired probably of the attacks as well, because that's the Nine of Wands in the immediate future. You're tired of the attacks. That's why you're putting in everything to the side and concentrating on yourself with that Nine of Pentacles. But that's what you were supposed to do in order for this wish to come true. This other person did not follow that path. And they know it. They know they screwed up. They had some sort of obsession over money. And that over wealth, and that's it's like all they saw was the Ten of Pentacles. But the facts about this obsession, so this could be the person that they were involved with. Like I said, somebody was living together and there was no love in the relationship. But this is what's being revealed, is that this was done out of pure jealousy, obsession, spite, very, very toxic energy, and it was all done for money, to keep them from having the wish come true that they desired, as well as you. Because I feel like this is going to culminate. Got 2 Aries cards here. So this could be an Aries or Capricorn. Somebody withheld something here from you, and they have to give it. They have to give it back. Now, whether that be money or that Ace of Cups, I feel like it's money because it has something to do with the Eight of Pentacles. Something that you probably invested a lot of time and a lot of work into, with that Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. And in the there's a lot of Pentacles here. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. It could have been a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, because we did have Capricorn and Virgo come out in this reading. But there could be some Taurian energy here as well, with all these Pentacles. So they're going to be forced to take a leap of faith, even if they're not ready yet. Because the facts are the facts. The King of Swords is here, and there's not leaving them any choice. Their obsession with wealth is going to be like, I'm seeing a dissolving of the old person that they were. They have to let go of that old way of thinking, that old way of being, so they can become the leader that they're supposed to be. So they're going to take a leap of faith towards you. I do feel like you're going to hear from someone here. I don't have the Eight of Wands yet, but for some reason, in the immediate future, they're going to see, or it's like happening right now, like they're seeing what somebody did here to you, which was an injustice, and they're coming forward to do the right thing. They have no love in their life. They're losing everything, including their looks and their whatever it is that they were obsessed with. Maybe they were obsessed with yours as well. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but I feel like this person knows that if they don't do the right thing, there won't be anything left. Not even themselves. They're dissolving. Everything that they've worked for is dissolving thus far. Feeling like somebody ain't as popular as they used to be. Because they denied the divine. Not so smart. So there's an expectation here. Somebody might be expecting to go to jail. Got a main male here with a journey to imprisonment. And a message of concern of a main female. Huh. Like I said, this person could end up in jail and then sending you a letter or sending you a message letting you know why they're there. They got caught doing something. And they're expecting this. They're expecting this to be revealed. They know they can't hide it anymore. 110114. Like I said, it's just like a dissolving of a reality that they were in that was all false and fake. And that's the tower. That's the tower they're now experiencing. That everything that they've been through for a long time with somebody was fake. There's some sort of happiness coming towards you because of your new outlook on things. It's laughter, new outlook, nurturing. So this is very good energy coming in towards you. And it's going to be very healing. Not so much for this other person who created this injustice towards you to begin with. Yeah. So we got schmexual protection here. So this is what's kind of the factor affecting the situation, is that you protected yourself from anything outdated, expired, disused, old nose. You threw it away. You got rid of it. You tossed it out. That's why this person's in the Five of Pentacles. Like, yeah, no. I'm not going to settle for something that's half-assed. Can't make it up. Repair, cure, reconcile, understanding, concession. This person is conceding. They are bending a knee to you. They don't have any choice. It's like the devil's coming to collect. Devil's coming to collect the facts. And until you do the right thing, your life is going to continue to fall apart. Whoever I'm talking about here. Somebody's going to tell on them. Betrayal, report, expose, and leak. Some kind of documents will be leaked. This person could very well end up in jail for some sort of thing. So they're hoping, I guess, that you forgive them no matter how much they hurt you. And they're hoping that they can repair this with some nurturing. The Ace of Cups. That's the only thing that's going to lead them to success with you, is to fix something that they broke. And they broke it, and they broke it hard. But you still continue to be a Queen of Cups no matter what happened here. That takes guts. So whoever you are, it takes guts and it takes a lot of understanding. There's so many people out here who are trying to hurt each other just for the sake of not having to face their or be accountable for their own actions. It is ridiculous. So whoever you are that took it till you couldn't take no more and you walked away, said plain out it ain't worth it until you do the right thing, congratulations. Because if you want to know if they're paying for it, oh, they absolutely are. In more ways than one, not just financial. Get you a Christmas card. See which little card comes out. These are just the major arcana, past, present, and future. The ghost of Christmas, past, present, and future. I think I'm just going to go ahead and read from these today, if you don't mind. We have the moon and the wheel. So the wheel of fortune. This is, get my luck. Luck and hidden luck. Cool. I'm going to find it. I'm going to read it to you because this is like past, present, and future energy. The wheel. 52, number 7. Can't see. This writing is so small. There it is. One more page. Alright. So this is this card right here. And it says the wheel in many decks is the Wheel of Fortune. It invokes luck, fortune, and change, and the reverse of each of those things. The wheel is always moving in a circular fashion, and sometimes you are traveling through good times and sometimes bad. The idea is to keep your eyes peeled. If you are in a bad time, cheer up, good times are coming. If you are in a good time, take heed of your surroundings and your ideas to stay on track. Bad times are coming. So take a chance or don't. Just be prepared. The Christmas train, which is in the card. The train that moves in circles within the Christmas train garden keeps viewers in the mindset that things from the past continue to come round with comfort and constant movement. People think of this as mostly as a remembrance of soldiers returning from war, the seeking of adventure, and the comfort of the return of loved ones over the years also come to mind. The journey around the track can help you understand that going from place to place on a train means that your life also moves in the circle of luck. And not too much luck, and not so much luck. It goes round and round, and that means it's like the karmic wheel. So whatever side you're on this, and I feel like you're on the lucky side of it. That is hidden for right now, but it's not going to be hidden for long, because judgment is here, and so is justice. So it's going to be seen for all, and those on the wrong side of the wheel not going to have such a good time here. But those who are going to be looking at a lot of good luck. Alright? Well, those are your messages. Please remember to press the like button, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.